Hey guys, and
Hello.
welcome back to my channel. I've got a special guest on my channel today, and I'll allow her to introduce herself.
Hi guys, how are you? My name is Audrey and I'm Esther's friend, well, little sister, but yes, she invited me and I'm excited to do this video.
Thank you so much, Audrey.
Oh, thank you.
You know,
sis.
it's so funny because we met through another event in February.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing because I was speaking to her before we started this, how beautiful it is to actually get to know someone within a year.
Yeah.
And by the time you know it, a year will come, and 2 years and 5 years, etc. So just want to encourage you guys, if you are feeling like you're struggling with friends, let the Lord lead you.
Yeah,
I tell you, Audrey's been a blessing to me.
Oh,
there are no words to even describe how much of a blessing she's been. So thank you so much,
No,
Audrey,
sis,
honestly.
thank you so much. And
Thank
just
you.
to add to that, actually, before this event, last year in 2017, I was just praying that God just make me be surrounded with like-minded people, and I just wanted to be surrounded with people that, you know, when I look at, they'll inspire me. People that, you know, when I'm at my lowest, I can, you know, I feel free and open up to. So literally, like beginning of the year, January, I met Esther, and you know, so listen, guys, take your prayers seriously. Pray about everything, and God will surely answer you.
Amen.
That is it.
Thank you. God bless you. Seriously. Guys, I've got so much to even talk about, but the theme is integrity, which is what we've decided to talk about. And what prompted me about this topic is that I know as women in particular, we come to a stage in our lives where we feel that we're at a standstill. I don't know if you can relate to that.
Definitely.
And I just feel like at this time, I just want to remind the ladies and the gentlemen as well to know that integrity is something that has to do with your worth, what you stand for, who represents you, and who your identity is in. So just in your own words, like, what do you think integrity is?
I think to me integrity is like someone who knows their value, like you know, good morals, good character, and like what you said, like identity, being honest. Like I can think of so many words, but I think it's just being your true self, like you know, no filter, no nothing, but just raw. I love that. I love that word, raw. I think in today's generation, not a lot of us are raw. The transparency is lacking because of the fear of being judged. And I've been in seasons of my life, please don't get me wrong, I've been in seasons of my life where it has been difficult, and I haven't had the opportunity of opening up to people. However, I didn't allow that to define me. I didn't allow my issues to affect my integrity. I still stood to who I am, and even up till today I'm still saying I am the Esther that I was 10 years ago. You know, another example I would give is that I remember when I was in university and I was struggling so much with job searching and you know, my self-worth. And I can say now I'm not where I was. You know, 2 books by the grace of God. You know, an event that's coming up. It just shows that when you really trust the process, that's where you'll start seeing things come to place, and that's where your integrity will start to really be tested, because I think your integrity is mainly tested when you go through the roughest fires. You have to go through something that you know, you know yourself. And I feel like, especially for me anyways, I feel like sometimes people will like, oh yes, I know myself, but until you have gone through, you know, that straining, that stretching, you know, when God is stretching you, He's molding you, melting you, you know, that song that says, you know, break me, melt me, mold me, and we're always singing it, but until God is actually doing it. And I feel like, you know, when that process comes, that's when you start discovering things that you never knew about yourself. And and actually, you know, this is what I love, you know, about just being raw. And a lot of people, when they're facing, you know, situations such as, you know, like disappointment or rejection and stuff like that, I think it's important just to be honest and say, this is what I'm going through, because you never know who you actually help. with sharing your story. And I feel like a lot of people, they don't want to be transparent because the fear of being judged.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people, they show this perfect life that is not even real,
of course,
first off, and people, they're just pretending to. And I think it's time, especially for people that, you know, that fear God, and for women, for men, to encourage each other with the real issues that we're dealing with.
Of course.
I
love that. And I want to touch upon the social media aspect, which is such a vital, can I say, distraction in today's society. I'm a keen fan of social media, but I wouldn't want to use social media for comparison purposes.
No.
It should be an opportunity to inspire, to motivate, or even to do business. You know, as you rightly said, some people are trying to live the fast life, but they're not ending up anywhere. Some people find pleasure in intimidating and oppressing people because they know that they are where they want to be, but because they can't see the full picture, it's easy for them to be like, okay, well, you're just there, I'm higher than you. No. That is not integrity. Integrity is about humility, and it's about understanding the beauty of humbling yourself, you know, towards people who haven't even reached your level. And even if you have reached that level,
even if you reach that level, like life is a roller coaster. Trust me. You might think that you've reached a certain level, and then, you know, the next few years things, you know, will go, you know, God forbid, will go, you know, left, and then you find that the people that you were stepping over while you were at the higher level, they're the ones that are now on the higher level than you. But if you treat those people with just being humble, with respect, those would be the people that God will, you never know, that will use to, you know, pull you up. So it's always good that no matter what position that you're at, that you always just, you know, you're being humble and you're being respectful, and and you never know who you know you meet, or whoever you know. So it's always good to have that in mind. And it's always nice, you know, when you don't treat someone because of their status. I feel like a lot of times when people ask you, you know, and say, what do you do, they asking so that they can know how much respect they should give you. Do you know what I mean? I know. But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. The fact that we are all queens and, you know, and kings, you know, and and our Father God, you know, we all need to respect each other regardless of what we have, the material things.
Of course.
When we pass away one day, they will all remain.
This is it.
And
one thing that is so important is, as she rightly said, it's the way we treat people. I know that there are days where it's hard to treat someone in love when they've hurt you in the past. But think about the joy and the peace that will come to you once you've done that good deed. That is your integrity showing. Integrity is not about who's right or who's wrong. Integrity is about accepting the fact that, yes, this person may have hurt me, however, I'm not going to allow it to get to me. Or, fair enough, I've did wrong. I'm willing to humble myself and apologize and ask for forgiveness. And even if the person doesn't forgive me, I know my heart is clear.
Honestly, forgiveness, it does more good to you that has been hurt, because first off, if you don't want to forgive that person, you have that grudge, you know, towards them, and you always think about, they did me wrong. When you see them, you're always, you know, like you're always thinking about it and stuff. But when you forgive someone, right, you don't have to worry about it. You're so stress free, you're happy, you don't have any ties tied to anyone.
Not at all.
So forgiveness is always good, that, you know, you forgive and you move on. And
forgiveness, it really is
key to happiness. I'm telling you, it is
too much. I remember in one of the books, my first book is Time to Heal, I spoke about forgiveness.
Guys, you need to get your copy if you don't have your copy.
You do.
Yes,
currently on Amazon one. So please do whatever you already purchased.
Actually, leave the link
in the description box. I will do. Cool.
Check it out, guys.
Thank you.
That's alright.
But I spoke about forgiveness, and when I tell you, it wasn't easy to forgive, but the joy it gave me in my second year of university was key. It was so peaceful. I didn't feel like I was distracted. I didn't feel like I was oppressed. I felt free because I knew that the enemy couldn't accuse me anymore of what someone did in the past.
Exactly.
Because sometimes it's so easy to accuse someone, but what about what you've done before? You never know.
Exactly, you never know. Exactly.
Life.
I know. No, forgiveness is so liberating. Like you're like the fact that you have the power to forgive and just let something go.
Of course,
that's such an amazing thing. And I think we don't realize the power that God has given us, or the power that we have within us. And until you realize that you literally are in control of your own happiness, then you won't let anything that someone Tom did or what Truth did. No, when I know it's easy to say, of course it's hard, but when you really try it, you see that it does you more good than harm.
And it just gives you that reassurance, knowing that whatever you desire, you will receive it. Because I believe when you've got a free heart, that's when the blessings start flowing. You're able to easily accept it. But once there's tension and resentment,
that's a powerful
it's not easy.
That's a powerful one. Just adding to what my sister said, the fact that when you have so many, like a lot of times, we are asking God to give us, to bless us with something, but yet our hands are so full, and they're full with rubbish, they're full with garbage, they're full of resentment, they're full of things that we don't need. But when we let things go and we forgive and we let all those past mistakes, everything, just let it go and let your hands be free, you'll be able to receive the blessing that God will give you with full hands. Appreciate it, feel it, and touch it. Do you know what I mean?
I honestly agree. Honestly. And just to add on that, even when you forgive someone, despite what people say, it wouldn't matter, because your integrity is what shapes you. Forgiveness and integrity are linked. I know it may be distinctively different, but they are linked, because when you forgive, it represents that this person has got a free spirit. This person is a fun person to be around. She doesn't hold grudges. She's very free. She's not someone that is stiff. It causes people to want to know you more. When I was reading the word for you today, Audrey, do you know what I spoke about? It said you should be the person that gets people listening. Integrity and forgiveness link. So amazing to remember this at all times. Even when people don't think that you deserve forgiveness or someone has hurt you, why are you being kind to them? Remind yourself of the fact that it's only man, not God. So it's only God that will judge, not man. So always remind yourself that, look, I'm doing myself a favor by living a life of freedom and forgiveness.
Righteousness.
Because a lot of people today, they compromise so much. They can compromise their integrity, their worth, even their respect to fit in. I've seen people do so many things to fit in, and I ask myself, what is the purpose of fitting in?
Exactly, what's the purpose of fitting in? Like, seriously, like, there is beauty in standing out, and for me, I've always tried to stand out in a good way, of course. I've always do you know what I mean? Like, it's not being cocky, but it's being confident in the things that you do, and knowing that God has set you apart and you're different. And when you just become comfortable with who God has said you are, that's the most beautiful thing ever. And I feel like a lot of times people, they're like, no, I need to do things a certain way and this and that, and that's why a lot of people, they are depressed. That's why a lot of people, they feel they want to give up, they're giving up, because they feel like, sometimes how, let me give this example, like, that your calling is singing, let's say, ministering to people, but then you try now to use the same methods that maybe someone use. Let's say Tasha Cobbs, I love Tasha Cobbs, and then I try to sing the same way she sings, try to do the same way things. No, it will not. I'll be disappointed, because I'm trying to walk in a path that someone has already walked in. Yet God has called me. Yes, it might be, the calling might be the same, like similar, but in terms of the actual way of living out that calling is different.
I know that. It's funny, because I spoke to a friend not long ago, and I said that sometimes that could lead to secret intimidation, because inside your heart you're thinking, why is this girl always doing well? What is it about her that she's always excelling, and what am I doing? And you may have the tendency to envy that person, but you don't know the amount of pain that the person has gone through to get to where she is. So before you have that thought of your mindset thinking, gosh, why am I always so low? Why is she always so high? sometimes question what the person has gone through to get to where she is. Don't just assume. And this is why I have a heavy heart when it comes to, you know, secret battles and comparison, and even people who are in high authorities that try to, you know, put you in lower positions. Why are you doing this? If you know how it feels to be low, why don't you use this time to lift this person up? This is what integrity is all about. It is not about intimidating people, and it is not about showing off and thinking you're better than anybody, but it's about using the opportunity to make sure that you are living a life that is so precious and so unique that people can be attracted to you just by the way you speak, not just by the way you look, but what is in your heart.
Wow. Yeah, you guys, if you didn't know my sister, she's a low-key preacher. She's preaching right now.
It really is. It touches my heart, Audrey. Like, I have to be sincere that there are so many women, even in our generation, the attitude, the character. And I remember one of my dear sisters, she spoke about, you know, black attitude, the way we are, the society that we are brought up in, the lack of support. It hurts.
The lack of support, it's really disappointing.
Be sincere.
And because honestly, I feel like, especially in nowadays, it's slowly changing. It would be ignorant for me to say that it's not even, you know, existing, but I feel like we can do more of, you know, women now supporting each other, you know, like just being transparent and saying, hey, for me to be where I am, I had to go through this and that. And I feel maybe that's why people now, they to the people that they compare themselves, I think it's a two-way thing.
It is.
I kind of blame the people that are, you know, and then those stage whereby they are successful and now they don't tell, or they're not transparent, they don't share how they got there, and then they make it look as if it's easy, which puts pressure on people that were trying to get to the same level, and they're saying, but how come it's not working for me? It seems like she did A, B, C, Let me tell you, there'll be A, and that A will have its B and its C. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like we really need so many women, you know, that are, you know, that are in positions of power, just to open up, and just, it doesn't have to be of power, but just us women, just in general, opening up, talking about issues that we're going through, being transparent and uplifting each other,
and not judging the person. I think that's the thing, and this is what, you know, is going to be discussed in the big debates in July. So a lot of us, we want to open up, but we look around and we think, who is there? And it's not that people are not there, sis. People are there, but people got, you know, ups and downs. So why do I want to put my burden on you? But at the same time, if it helps, they say, you know, one, is it half? So a problem shares a problem half solved. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
And sometimes I think that as well, like, people, they have their own issues and stuff, but like what you're saying, just being opening, like, there's no harm with you just opening up to someone, and if you sense that, hey, maybe they're not willing to help you, that's fine, that's okay, but at least, you know, you've tried, you've opened up.
And not only that, sometimes we shouldn't expect people to understand and help us the way we want them to, which also makes us understand them more, so we don't get offended as to when they can't understand what we go through. I think when we come to that point, when we realize that people may not always understand us, that's where we're able to receive that peace of mind that only God can give. I've been in seasons where people can't always help me, and I know that it's okay. You know, I'm not expecting them to help me all the time, and I know that there are some that they can claim that, oh, I've made it, but behind closed doors, you don't know what they're struggling with. People can put on a front just to make you feel small.
Exactly. People can put on a front, and if someone, you know, like me anyways, when I'm going through a situation, like, you know, struggles and stuff, just to make my coping mechanism is sort of to act as if I'm not going through that situation. So sometimes they might be putting up a front, or sometimes it's a way of them coping with the issues that they're going through. Do you know what I mean? And that's for me. So, you know, for me, when you see me looking good or whatever, maybe I'm going through the difference.
This is why they say you can't be flossing on the gram. You have to be sincere with yourself. And, you know, one of the things that I really get, I wouldn't say like
annoyed
about when people say I'm living my best life.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I get where they're coming from, but I believe your best life is now. It's not when you get the ring.
No.
When you have the kids, it's your now.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times we're always focusing about the future. We always say searching the future, but then we don't know that now the present was once yesterday's future.
Exactly.
And we never get to live it. So it's always important that the time now you're alert and you're enjoying each and every single moment and live your best life. Try to live your honestly, you never know. It's never promised.
No one.
It's never promised. And
Tomorrow's
this is
never promised.
it's never promised. And this is me, be experiencing, family members or someone just losing them all of a sudden, and you never know.
And I think that's what should enable us to have more integrity when you lose a loved one, whether it be a family member or a friend, or if someone has committed suicide. Sometimes question yourself and ask yourself, what impact am I making in this generation today? I'm not saying that you have to be perfect, because bear in mind I'm not perfect myself, but it just shows that at least I'm trying to make an effort with those around me. However, at the same time, I am trying to block out all the negative energy, to ensure that my mind is at peace. Because I do believe that even though we are called to serve and to love, we are also called not to be fools.
Oh yes,
we have to be sincere. There has to be wisdom and discernment in all we do. It's good to smile, but even though someone smiles, please don't see that as an advantage. Respect one's integrity.
That's powerful. And I guess that's knowing your worth as well. Because I feel like a lot of times people they end up getting themselves hurt because they're like, I'm called to give up love, and I'm just evangelizing, like stuff like that, and then yet you're hurting yourself. Yes, you're supposed to give love, but when you see that someone is not receiving that love that you're giving, it's alright for you to move on to another person and not try and force it. You have to be wise. You have to know your worth as well.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a powerful, statement that you said, sis. Yeah.
I think knowing your worth really does. Just to wrap it up, of course, but knowing your worth is so important. And once you know your worth, you'll know what to. You'll know what to take and not what to take. You'll know how to handle your emotions and the situations that occur. And I believe that just with everything we've mentioned, there are so many aspects to integrity that we won't be able to cover, but I'm sure you've obviously got a bit of an overview as to what we've been talking about. Hopefully, and we really hope that this video has actually helped someone, because me talking has actually helped me to examine my own life. So, it's very easy to speak, but trust me, I'm also applying it to mine as well. So I just want to say, Audrey, thank you so much for coming.
Oh my god,
ladies and gents, this girl came from is it Sussex or Essex?
Crawley. West Success, yes.
Can you imagine?
If you guys know me,
like, I'm humbled.
Hey, sis, thank you so much. Honestly, this is what women empowerment is about. You know what I mean? We're practicing in our own lives as well. We're not just speaking it for the sake of. We're trying to practice it in our lives, and it's always amazing, when you have a sister to call to when you're down. And guys,
I don't take that lightly.
Don't take that lightly. When you have like-minded people, do not take them for granted.
Never.
Trust you me. Do not take them for granted.
No.
So it's been a pleasure being here and saying hi to your subscribers.
And if there's anything you want us to speak about in our next video, Audrey's got a YouTube as well. I'll definitely link her YouTube down on the description bar. But if there's any other topics that you have, please do not hesitate to let us know. We'll be more than happy to talk about it. So, definitely, I'll link your Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all down on. Follow. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you in our next video.
God bless you.
Integrity 2018.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye.